welcome to Co-Video Corner, and today I'm going to be talking about anxiety and social distancing, as well as giving you a double smattering of positivity. This would be day 10. It's day 5 of social distancing as advised by the government, but I've actually only been out once in the last 10 days. I actually made that twice. So early on, I have barely been out in the last week and a half, and I just felt like I really needed to see life. But because I fall into the at-risk category for the under 70s, basically I didn't feel like I could go out. So I double-checked the government's advice, and I'd encourage you to take a look at it on social distancing and who should do it and what it means. So this screen grab here that you see, what is social distancing? So it's basically, avoid anybody with the symptoms of coronavirus, don't use public transport, non-essential public transport that is, work from home, avoid large and small gatherings, avoid gatherings with friends and family, and use phone and online services to contact GP or other services. So I read that and I realised I can go out, but I just have to make sure that I think they say it's 2 meters away from anyone else. So that was great. You'd think that I was looking forward to going out. Well, I was until I was out. and then what I find is that you end up worrying, of being too close to other people, and other people, the thing is, perfectly healthy people don't appreciate that somebody who isn't 70 years old and might look healthy, I know it's only asthma, but it does fall within the at-risk category from government. So I found it more of a worry going out than just being at home. And so I found this earlier on, and this is from Psychology Today, healthy ways to cope with your anxiety during the coronavirus crisis. And they've got the acronym there: Flair Feel, label the experience, allow yourself to experience uncertainty, respond to the discomfort, and expand your awareness. These 5 steps, they're good, but what I would recommend is that you visit Psychology Today's page and click on that link. Yes, it's a longer read, but you won't mind. If you suffer from anxiety as a result of underlying health problems, take a read of that and see if it helps at all. For me, right now, I'm not going out for the foreseeable future. I would sooner stay at home and not have that anxiety again. Right, moving on. And now for I promised you a double smattering of positivity, so I'd like to introduce you to Supergirl. Now, Supergirl is not a like Wonder Woman or Superman or Spider-Man, not some superhero, but maybe she is. So this is a story of a girl called Kat. It was tweeted by her dad on Twitter. At Damo2T is his Twitter handle, and his tweet read like this: my 21-year-old daughter Kat, who's a chef, just came home. Her restaurant closed today, so her plan from tomorrow, that she's told us, is, while there's no work, is to start making soups and taking them to care homes. Brilliant. Shall we take a look at Kat then? Okay, there she is, but she might not be in her chef's whites, but take a look at Damo2T's Twitter feed, because that story got a lot of traction, 20,000 or more likes on Twitter, and he's following up with what Kat is up to. For example, photographs of her making the soups in the kitchen and going out and delivering, and for me, I'd say that's a positive story, well worth keeping up to date with. So well done, Kat. I think you deserve a bit of this. And now for the second positive news story. So this one, so the last one was, an individual doing what they can. This one is a company doing what they can. This is a company called VansForBands. So you can imagine with, gigs cancelled, that the whole industry that supports bands and venues and gigs, it's just, flatlined. So this is what VansForBands put out on their Twitter feed. They said, we are struggling to find within the NHS, they want to offer their sleeper buses to the NHS and they're struggling to find the correct person or department to contact. Please can you help us by sharing so it gets to the right person? And attached to that tweet was an email that basically said, we run a fleet of sleeper buses that are primarily used by artists and bands for touring the UK and Europe. Basically, the virus has decimated the live music industry, all hires being cancelled with immediate effect. Therefore, our entire fleet has been returned to our yard where it will remain for the foreseeable future. Think about that for the company. All business gone. What I admire about this is, instead of thinking about their own company's survival, listen to what they've done. Given what has happened in other countries such as China, South Korea and Italy, the NHS will inevitably be swamped with patients displaying virus symptoms. We would like to offer our sleeper buses to be parked outside hospitals and used by doctors, nurses and staff to sleep or take a rest during their extended shifts. This will save them from having to travel to or from work if they need to stay at their hospital for a prolonged period, and also reduce the chances of infecting their families. That right there is an awesome gesture, and you know what it's like with large companies or organisations. You try and reach the people at the top, the decision makers, and VansForBands are struggling to reach the head honchos in the NHS that would make the decision and basically tell Edward Thompson, who's the company director, yes, we'll rip your hand off, we'll definitely take your fleet of buses to help the NHS staff. And Edward Thompson's finding that difficult. If you know anyone senior in the NHS, please go and visit that tweet. It's at VansForBands Ltd, and retweet it. Get in touch with whoever you may know. Do you know what? Even if you don't know anybody senior in the NHS, just retweet it anyway, because we definitely need to look after the people that are going to look after us. That's it for today. More Co Video Corner tomorrow.